And risings, everyone. Grand risings. Shout out to
It's
the elite
so
average gang.
yeah, it's so weird. I'm like, there's so many things where I'm like, can I still say that? Because
Like,
like for
yeah.
so long, all of my sayings were like because like anyways,
Mm-hmm.
this is so weird. But anyways, how are you?
Yeah. Man, it's a great day to have a great day. It's freezing cold in Pittsburgh, just
Oh,
the
what's the temp?
way I like it. On a day like today, well, it's hot now. It's got up to 14.
Oh,
We were sitting at about 7. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it, man. I'm big on, just every season having its own, thing that makes it unique. Kind of like where we are right now with this off season. It's like, ooh, we at the spicy part of it. So, yeah.
it is. It's interesting too because I feel like I'm still watching football. Like as a
Mm-hmm.
fan, I feel like I'm still watching. I'm still kind of figuring out what's going on, and I'm also dissecting these teams and being like, okay, that's what we. Okay, I see what they did there. We couldn't do that. Like it's like I'm like in tuned. I'm like, okay, let me compare them to my team. So, yeah, what a weird time. What a weird time.
I like it. Yo.
Also,
It's like you're still
also,
like locked in too. She said, "Yo, I'll watch it." I'm like, "Yo, what did they have that we
it's a
don't have?"
problem. It's a problem. I mean, the only time I'm not locked in
Mhm,
is in probably June, July,
mhm,
August. I'm probably not locked in yet because I'm just kind
mhm.
of like, I
Okay.
don't really know. Like, I need to see it. They're practicing, maybe somebody might get hurt. But yeah, right
Mhm.
now I'm still like, okay, yep, let me write that one down. Ooh, okay, I noticed that. Off the edge. Interesting. I can't help it. I can't help it.
Let's
Anyway,
go.
shout out to
Let's
you and your
go.
glasses on this morning.
Come on, man.
I
Look, I
love a
heard you was
glasses
wearing
look.
glasses, so I was like, I'm gonna go with the glasses too. All right.
I
Shout
love
out,
a
shout out to
glasses
the.
look.
It feels real studious all of a sudden.
You feel smart. I love it. I llove it. Also, the other thing is too is everybody in the chat. Okay, this is what we are here for. Okay, there's
Uh
going to be
oh.
something that will play very soon, and just set
You're
back and just
funny.
enjoy yourselves because for the second straight week, maybe even the third straight week, I get to see
Mhm.
the best promo
Why
on
are you
YouTube.
like this?
The absolute best promo, okay? The best. So I'm just warning everybody as you're kind of getting in, hitting that like
Uh-huh.
button on
Uh-huh.
our channels, doing all of those things. I'm just telling you that you might see the best promo on YouTube coming very, very soon. Stay
I'm
tuned.
just I'm just glad that it's at the beginning of the show where we're still everybody just getting warmed up, So we're kind of like, oh man, we're easing into this thing, and then it's just like, oh, something pops up on the screen, and what do you got? Okay, you already know today's show is sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. It's the top-rated sports booking app in all of North America. Listen, we talking about them being safe, secure, and reliable, which is my personal favorite, right? But we know, man, we getting down to the end of the NFL season. Holy smokes, only a couple of games left. And you might want to get, some action, some money line, some parlays. Maybe you feel like you can, pick this and that a little bit better than others. Well, DraftKings allows you, they give you multiple opportunities to dabble in that. But at the same time, if I'm going to talk about them, I'm talking about them for a reason, baby. And that's because I got a promo code for you, for my new customers out there. You make that first bet $5. If that bet hits, you get $300 in bonus bets, but only if you use the promo code MOATS. It's really important, as you can tell. But at the same time, I get it, man. You can get lost in the sauce. It happens. Heck, you might even develop a gambling problem. It can also happen. And if that is the case and you live in New York, see the digits to text. But for everybody else, the digits to dial are 1-800-GAMBLER. I said 1-800-GAMBLER. I said you better call 1-800 Gambler, 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 gambler. And now we're back. Everything is good. Everything is fine. Don't you be no, we're not gonna do any of this. We're just here. Everybody is it's a good day today. It's a great day to have a great day. I'm so happy that y'all are all here today. Make sure you hit the like button on both channels, subscribe on both channels, notification bell on both of these as well. Shout out to everyone wearing glasses. It's just a beautiful. How's the weather down there where you're located, everything? Is everything good, right?
My cheeks hurt. That's so funny.
We're just in it. All right. Yeah.
I'm gonna do the show like this because that's how you
Right.
did the ad. So the weather down here is a 42 degrees right
Are you
now,
done?
and the high is going to be 60 later today. So if you like that weather, hit the like button. Make
Why are
sure
you
you're
talking like
subscribed to both channels.
Why are you talking like that?
That's how you were. You were like, you went from like to I'm like, oh god, okay, what are we doing? So I'm just gonna talk like this
Stop talking like that.
all show. Oh god, you know what's cute?
Don't do that. Don't do that. All
I
right.
have
Yeah.
to talk like this because people don't like it when we have fun on the show.
Yeah.
And they don't like it when we laugh. So if I talk like this, maybe they won't accuse me of doing anything. They'll just be like, she was just talking normally. She wasn't
No.
laughing.
Okay. We
They
don't
weren't
talk like
having
that
a
on
good
this show.
time.
We don't talk like that. All right. You got to stop. We don't do this. Okay. We do not talk like that on this show. Okay. Yeah. Just stop that.
I
All right, we're just gonna put a
I
fork in
love
that one right now. All right. Yeah.
So, okay, well, I have okay, let's be honest here. I have a serious question.
All right.
How long do you think you held that note?
Well, it was pretty long. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was,
Okay.
and that was the condensed version because I'm gonna pull back the curtain a little bit. All right. Usually there isn't an audience outside of my direct family in the house, but because we do actually have some work being done, yeah, we might have had an audience when that was actually being recorded live, and yeah,
I
you
love
can fully imagine how they were just like, wow. And it's like, yeah.
They
Yo,
were
yo,
like, what was that for?
yeah. It was like, yo, we know you about the, because that's the other thing. Like the work said, hey man, what time you recording there? And I'm that'll make sure we in and out. I'm like, yep. But I got to do this one thing, just ahead of time. Just real quick, just don't mind me. All right, guys, just try to give them the heads up. And yeah. So I held it long, but I definitely condensed it just a little because it was like, they're like right there, like, hey guys,
It's got to be a little awkward.
yeah.
Okay, sorry.
a little,
I'm talking too loud. I gotta talk like this the whole
oh
show.
Lord, here she goes. Where did I do it?
I love that. That was so good. And it just makes me happy. If you're watching this and you're not happy after listening to that, what is wrong with you? You gotta cheer up. Like life is supposed to be fun and lived and happy. So also before I finish the show,
I mean, it is a beautiful day to have a beautiful day. Let's go now.
See, yeah. What if I just talk like this? Then I'm probably still going to be accused of something because God help us all. I do want to say something.
Now.
I was, doing minding my business on YouTube, uploading a video, just minding my business, and something came across my feed. And it was something I was kind of familiar with. Somebody popped up and I was like, oh, what is this? I'm going to listen. And it was somebody that introduced you and said that you were a Steelers legend.
Oh,
you were brought on and you were talking. So
cut it out.
In that moment, I decided that I am going to refer to you as a Steelers legend.
Don't do that.
Forward.
Don't do that. Hey, shout out to my guys. Shout out to my guys. But no.
What a great segment that was. Okay, YouTube was like, girl, you gotta see this. Okay, you gotta see this. So after I watched it, I was like, a Steelers legend? Am I in the presence of a Steelers legend?
Can we talk? Let's talk. First off, definitely not Steelers legend. All right. Secondly, shout out to my guy. That's the homie Wes, right? My guys Wes and that man doing an awesome job over there, man. Steelers Nation Radio. That was my guys. But man, they just say that because they know me. All right. It's kind of like when it's like, legend. Yo, this like this when it's your brother and they like, yo, he the man. It's because this is relation. Like I've known them. Like me and my guys, we got history. We pre-pandemic boys. You feel me? Like when I first when I first was rehabbing the leg and I was still getting Arizona Cardinals checks while still working in the black and gold. that was my guy. All right.
Okay.
So we got
Yeah.
history. So he's going to make
That's
it
fair.
sound way nicer than what it actually is. He really could have just been like, man, I got some dude named Arthur on with me. I mean, his name is Arthur, like Arthur, Arthur. And everybody be like, oh, I heard that guy before. And that'd have been fine. Not this whole legend stuff. Yeah.
Chat, if you have a second, just type Steelers legend in the comment section so that we all know that we were in presence of a Steelers legend.
No. And David Decker, don't start that, David Decker. I don't need you to say that I'm a legend. It's not in any capacity, okay? I'm just a guy that streams with Tanisha, okay? That's what I am. Honored. I'm a guy that streams with Tanisha. I stream with my friends. I stream with people. That's all I do, okay? That's literally all I do, all right? Even though it is funny, though. It is funny when my YouTube world does cross over, though. Tanisha, in the midst of me grieving this weekend, because I couldn't escape, just the reoccurring thing of, all right, my team loses and then my coach is no longer my coach anymore, right? So in the midst of me trying to grieve that, I'm going to a speaking engagement, and as I'm walking in, I'm in my serious mode, right? You got like your serious mode, and then you got like your chill mode. I'm locked in. I'm on go time. And literally, a guy, he's like, hey, I watch you on YouTube. And I'm like, and I completely lost. I'm like, it's like, I lost something like that, man. he says it right before I'm about to walk on stage. He's like, yo, I watch on YouTube. You, man. I know I'm supposed to be serious right now, but I'm gonna give you some doubt just because you if you with the YouTube gang, like you really rock with me. You know how it is to this shit. It's like it really is. So that part was funny, man. But other than that, I'm like, I'm not a legend anyway. I'm just a guy. But for sure, that guy was like, yo, hey man, shout out to you, man.
That's awesome. And shout out to you if you're watching him right now on YouTube.
Oh,
shout out.
Also true.
You made an impression. Amazing.
Absolutely.
It is weird. It's so weird. Like when I pop up on somebody's feed, like randomly, like somebody that like knows me from high school or whatever. Yeah. And they'll be like, is this you? I'm like, can you mind your business? Like, what do you mean is it me? Like, leave me alone. It's always weird. But anyways, I see a Steelers legend in the chat. So I know that's right.
Let's see. Not over here. Oh, there we go. Jared, he says James. That's my Steelers for life right there. All right. Debo, that's a legend. All right. I don't even know if he's talking about James. I just see the name. I said, you know what? There we go. Legendary. I'm gonna roll with that one right there. Boom.
Steelers legend Arthur Motes. My gosh. I cannot believe how I've gotten so lucky in life. Woo, it's gotten really interesting.
Funny.
So
you're funny. Are you finished?
Thank you for graciously allowing me into your presence.
Oh my
Steelers
gosh.
legend.
Are you done?
Very much appreciate
I just hope that you're done. Are you done? Look,
I am so petty. I've been saving this. I have been saving this since I heard that. I literally wrote that in my notes.
To have me over. I'm getting warm all of a sudden. Anytime you start doing this, I'm like, all right, now I put the glasses on because I'm chill today. This is supposed to be a vacay. You see, I got the NW. It's a new world order going on right now. All right, there are no rules, there are no regulations. I'm supposed to be over here just chilling today. Don't come over here and get my head perspiring. Okay, I feel necks like all this in him. Like, nope.
Listen, don't listen too much. Your neck is already shining with your black shirt.
See? No, it's the light. It's in the filter. It's the light in the filter. Y'all know I got the special filter on my camera. Just make it shine a little more. Y'all gotta chill, man. Yeah.
Listen, the light only shines on diamonds if they're real.
Nope.
The light only shines. We all know the seas of diamonds. Okay, let's not get
what they call them. So I don't even speak your language, man.
I am just honored that I can be in your presence of you, Steelers legend. So shout out to you.
Look.
You are truly remarkable.
I'm not dealing with you today. Okay, I'm gonna stay focused. Let me
stop because people get so mad at me when I praise you. They're like,
yes.
Oh my God.
I don't know why she be saying this. No, and look, and I'm with y'all. I don't know why she be saying it either, guys. What I tell you, the most regular of all regulars. Okay, like
Steelers
you look at the regular.
Steelers legend King Arthur. I know that's right. Yeah, that's what you should. Yeah,
that's because you're King Cam. King Cam 901. That's you got King in your name. Don't put King in my name. All right. I do like King Arthur, for the OG status, but that's because nobody is named Arthur. How many Arthurs you know? It ain't a lot of us out here. All right. It's not a lot of us out here. We got to stick together. All right. But enough of that. Look. And anywho, nobody care about all that. Nobody care about me. All right. They here actually to see you, and I can tell because the reason why I can tell is this. I was looking at the analytics. our female viewership has went up so much this year. This is the highest number we've ever had of female viewership. Okay. So I'm saying, we have never had this much of a female presence on this channel. But after a whole season of you, we got a foothold. I was like, you know what? Hey,
I love that.
Can't account for these other things, but I can for sure. This is apples to apples. Okay, this is apples to apples. So shout out to you. Okay, good for you.
Shout out to the ladies. Shout out to the ladies in the chat. I always love when the ladies comment, leave anything. And I love that. It's so funny because everybody always says like, "Oh, you just want the male attention." No, you know why I'm actually here? I want women to feel comfortable being themselves and stepping into men's spaces and talking about football. I want more women. And the only way you can do that is to be yourself as a woman and to show women, like, let's have the conversation. Let's talk. You don't always have to have it right, perfect, or anything. I'm not perfect by any means. I mess up all the time, but like, come talk. It's okay. So if I bring more women to football, I am doing my job. That is all I want to do. And I want to be myself doing it. So shout out to the women. And I
got one in the building with us too right now. We got Wendy Johnson in here. Says good morning, everyone. Shout out to the ladies. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Heck yeah, man. Hey, like I said, salute y'all, man. But yeah, you've turned that faucet on. I was like, hey, yo, these are more of this. So no legend. All right. Because this is big going. All right. I've been on the channel for multiple years now. We have never had more than, I think it was like 0.01% female. I say, yo, where did we get this chunk of female? Like, where did that come from? Like, wow. So, this is Tanisha. This is Tanisha.
Yeah. Well, look, I think that's great. Let me tell you the opposite of that. So, in my channel, when I started my channel was the same. It was like 99% men. I was like, okay, I need the women, and I think slowly, literally slowly, the women are kind of like, okay, she's kind of cool. And now I'm like, all right, we're moving the needle. And I love that. And the women are usually the silent watchers. They're usually not going to say anything in the comment section. They're usually just trying to learn and understand what's going on. So anytime I see a new lady pop up, I'm like, hey girl, like I see you.
Salute you. Absolutely.
I see you. I love it. Shout out to the women that are, just doing their thing.
Absolutely.
So
yes, indeed.
Here, welcome. I'm happy that you're here.
Yes, indeed. Oh, and we got some more pulling up in here, man. Got Yolanda in the building. Says good morning. Shout out to you. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I like that. See, and I even like when my guys in here also showing love to the ladies. King Kim. Shout out to the Steelers ladies. You better believe it. Just learning. Shout out to the babes. Absolutely, man. Come on, man. That's why Steelers Nation is awesome. All right. Shout out to the ladies, man.
I love it.
But let's get it. Miss PhD. See, this is the Tanisha effect, guys. Y'all thought I was playing. Y'all be thinking I'm playing, man. I ain't playing at all. Oh, and we got a super chat that just pulled up on us, man. Shout out to the homie Tito with the good vibes, man. Just
you know
what I'm saying? And the Texas guy as well, man. Shout out to Moats, Dr. T. I like when he says Dr. T. I really appreciate it.
They call me that here. I love it. I usually just don't. I've never made anybody call me that. So
see, you're a nice person. If I ever had a PhD, you call me doctor. I am doctor from here on. Doctor, okay. You want Dr. Arthur or Dr. Arthur Moats? Okay, just either it's doctor. Okay, just have the Dr. 55, Dr. 5. Whoever it's doctor. All right, that's who you'll be addressing me.
I prefer people think that I'm just like an idiot. Like I love it when people like think that I'm like slow or an idiot or whatever. Sometimes, don't get me wrong. Sometimes when I'm being petty, somebody will call me something, and I'm like, no, it's Dr. Tanisha. Actually, if you have something to say to me, you approach me correctly.
Yes.
But most times I'm just like, it's cool. It's like my ace in the hole.
I like that. I like it. So Tito says, keep up the great work. Okay. I got to go back to work, LOL. Hey, now I salute you, man. Punch that clock, make that money. Don't let it make you. You already know. You already know.
We're just as good on playback.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's go. But yeah. So shoot, man, it was a game last night. We could talk about it. We've had some new coaches being interviewed, added to the list. We have coaches taking jobs all of a sudden as well. We're starting to have conversations about which job is the most exciting or the one that more people would want to have as a head coach. I mean, it's a lot of ways we can go with this thing. So in the true, sense of being a gentleman, Ladies' choice. Where would you like to go first?
Let's start with last night. I think last night.
That's what she said.
Last night, yeah.
It's the offseason. I'm sorry, guys.
No, the funny thing is I was actually thinking that, and I was like, "No, stay focused, stay focused." I love that. Great,
Let's start with last night.
Great job. That's why you're a Steelers legend. So, so last night was interesting to me because I think that there's this weird thing in sports where we always go with talent. And we always just like hone in and we're like, this team is talented. They're going to dominate. They're going to do all these things. And I said on a live that I had, I said, I think we get so enamored with like defense wins championships, defense wins championships. And that's true. It's not that it's not true. It's just there's so many other things that have to go right that we often forget that allows the defense to win championships. And I think Indiana is that because they're just sound. They just do everything right. It's like the one time they didn't do everything right, 57-yard or like run breaks out because I felt like the guy got sucked in. But my point is like watching them play football. If you ever wanted to know what it's supposed to look like, the grind, the stay consistent, it doesn't have to be pretty, but you just have to keep going. Even when you're not running the ball amazingly well, you're effective. The goal is effective and efficient. It's not pretty. And Indiana did that all season. And seeing them do it last night, I was like, this is peak football. But everybody's so worried about Miami's talent. And they are talented. I'll give them that. But it was just like great football to watch Indiana just methodically, quarter after quarter, just do the little, when you need to make a play. When it's not there, though, just tackle. And it's like, it's so basic. I loved it. I loved every second of it. I was literally watching the game like this. I was tuned in. I loved it. And I know a lot of people are like, that was so boring. I'm like, then you don't understand football. It was beautiful. I loved it. What do you think?
I mean, I'm with you. I'm always, interested to just hear people's perception on it because to me, I look at the offense, I look at the game, and what's different between that and when you literally watch, I hate to say it, the Steelers game. It's like, yo, it's either going to run the football, go play action. I'm going to throw this back shoulder. It's not the most robust. It's simple, but if you have the fundamentals, but the big difference is this. The talent from Miami is more of a youthful side. The talent from Indiana is more veteran. So when we take it to NFL terms, a veteran free agent versus a young talented rookie or a young talented first, second year player. And that's what you're watching. So you can see the youth, the explosive talent from Miami make it close because realistically, you hadn't seen Indiana have a close game outside of Penn State, right? Other than that, they were pretty much beating teams convincingly. Last night, they legit could have lost, right? It's Carson Beck obviously making a play. He's trying to be aggressive, underthrows it a little bit. Now you got to pick. But that very well could have been a touchdown. And we're like, hey, bro, it's a way different conversation surrounding Indiana. But when you're veteran, when you are more of the disciplined side, you're not highly penalized. You don't turn it over a lot. That's why they're able to do what they do. And most teams outside of Miami last night usually make more mistakes. Usually they're not able to stick with them. So that part for me, I liked it because it makes more of a pro game. But it was also my true core belief when we're building rosters. I prefer veterans. I prefer the guys that have been there and done that versus, man, I'm so excited because he has all of these intangibles and it's like, but he hasn't put it together just yet.
Yeah, that's fair.
And we do that every year with the draft. We're going to do it this year in the draft. We do it even with our own players that we draft. We're going to talk. I mean, we've talked about Will Howard to the point that he's a first ballot Hall of Famer and he hasn't even taken an NFL snap in game. Not even in the preseason. Not even in the preseason, right? But he's already, man, that's the guy, right? So for me, when I look at it, it's just like, I like veteran. I'm a veteran dude, man. I prefer the veteran mindset over a lot of youth until the youth proves that it is ready to be in that position. And I think that that's one of the things that, we're going to see as we continue to have our roster, develop throughout the offseason and stuff like that. But that was my big takeaway, man. Watching Indiana last night, man, they look like vets, man.
Can you explain to me or tell me, since you're a Steelers legend?
Are you done? What do you gotta keep doing? See, and this is the thing too. I'm gonna go off the rail. You're the only person that does this, man. I'm trying to tell you, TG don't do this, Mark don't do this, Tyler don't do this, Dom don't do this, Dave don't do this. Nobody, the chat don't even do this. You get a piece like, you still a legend. You still such. Hey, I still such. You got 60.5 sacks. You know, I was like, yo, why you
No,
gotta do this?
you
Why you want people to be
there's
like
something
that? No, people be, you all the way to do this. I'm just trying to say
you
what's
want me
going
to say
on.
the
Why is it
obvious?
me?
You want to say the obvious? There's something that they don't have that I have, okay? So, it makes me a little bit different because there's, some things I have that they don't. I'm just saying. But, so so as a Steelers legend, can you explain to me, I guess, in football mentality terms,
Mm-hmm.
what is the difference between the mindset of a young guy
Mm-hmm.
and when you're no longer that young guy? Like, what is that
Yeah.
transition? What does that mentally
Mm-hmm.
feel like?
Well, shoot, that's when you hear people talk about the game slowing down. Case in point, you hear Mahomes. I think it was after his second year. It was right after they won the Super Bowl or went to the Super Bowl. And he said, man, I've been playing, but I don't even know what coverages I'm seeing. I don't even know how to read coverages just yet. But because he was so gifted, so talented, he was able to overcome his lack of understanding coverages. Then once it hit that he could finally understand and dissect it, we all saw him take another leap. It was like, you already knew you was nice, but then you start to ascend to like this like God level, Tom Brady-esque, right? Where it's like, it doesn't matter what you do. He is never confused. And then the one time that he might be confused, he has this God-given ability to bail him out.
Mm-hmm.
That's, the part when you're starting to see, okay, he's starting to understand it. It's starting to slow down for him. Me personally, I felt it probably my third year. You go from no. Probably my second year was when I started to like turn that page of mentally understand it. But for sure, third year, it was slowed down. And the thing is this, it's like you're a young player, it's heavy based on athleticism. And that's why most dudes last 1 to 2 years. As long as you're healthy, man, I'm fast enough, I can make up for my mistakes. I hit hard enough, man, even though my eyes are bad and I went the wrong way, I'm still good enough to make that play. First 2 years, you can get away with that. By year 3, it's like, yo, man, you're slowing down a little bit, right? Or, man, guys are starting to catch up to you a little bit. Or we're seeing the same mistakes happen, and now it's so much tape on you that now we just know, man, if I show him this, he's going to do this every single time. And he hasn't evolved. And that's what you heard people say, man, you got to find new issues. You can't keep having the same mistakes. Don't want to be a repeat offender. So for me, man, once you slow it down, though, when you start to actually identify pre-snap, man, I'm not worried about my assignment anymore. I'm more so dissecting what can they do to attack me. That's the next level. That's when you're starting to think like a coach. But
so
most dudes,
it's more proactive. It's more
instead of worrying about what I have to do, I know my job. Now I know what everybody around me's job is, and I know how this offense should attack me. If they're smart, they're gonna come here. If they are reckless, they're gonna do this. So and you and now you're playing the percentages, you're playing the odds, and that's why if you see a veteran that gets to that level of it, it's hard to fool them. Yeah, it's hard whether you talking play action, pass, because like, man, all right, I don't care about that running back other when I'm looking at these offensive linemen not gaining any ground. You see, like it's those type of things. We'll call it elephants on parade because they literally look like elephants just going in a straight line. It's like nobody's getting ground. It's like, hey, but you have to see it over and over. It's the repetition over and over. It's the feel. So now I know, okay, if I step right here and nobody gains ground, man, put a foot in the ground, turn around because they're getting the deep over. That's what they're hunting on this play. If they're smart, that's the route. So once again, it's the veteran part of it. And it doesn't matter if, I haven't played in 7 years now, right? But we can go talk to a guy that hasn't played in 15 years. And stop it. And they're still the same concepts because with football, it's only so many things you can do. It's like, you got the forward pass, you got the run. It's like, all right, you got A gap, B gap, C gap. It's no other guy. Like, we're not getting over it. It's like, okay, how can I create this matchup? That's what you hear NFL people talk about, matchups. So we're trying to build formation, just create a matchup. But there's nothing, if you watch it and you study it to that point, you should never get fooled. It isn't enough to fool you. And that's the challenge though, because not everybody has that level of discipline with it.
Yeah. And I think, I always try to take football and like apply it to life situations to like make it make sense in my brain. Cause I'm not a Steelers legend and I haven't ever played in the NFL and I don't have 16.
You're just a doctor.
Yeah. I don't have 16.5 sacks. I've never played for 3 different teams. I've never been inside of the locker room or anything like that. So for me, it's like understanding the mindset because even as a football watcher, sometimes I think even like the game last night, 10 years ago, I wouldn't have appreciated the game last night like I did,
Mm-hmm.
because it was like I needed to realize, first of all, how hard it is, and I needed to realize like how I'm a college fan, I'm a college football fan, and I'm also an NFL fan. So I
Mm-hmm.
see the different games. Like, for example, last night when I was watching the college players play, I was anxious because for me, I feel like I like, this is going to sound whatever. I'm a woman, excuse me for this, but they're like babies to me. Like they're
Mm-hmm.
like, they're just starting their real journey of this, right? Like, and let's be real. All of those guys aren't going pro. For all of those guys, that is the pinnacle of what they will ever do in football, period. It is what it is. Tomorrow, they're going to go get an amazing job. Kudos to those guys. So I get nervous for them because I'm like, do they know? Like, are they ready? You right? It's like, do they know how big of a deal this is? Versus when I'm watching the NFL teams, I'm like, all right, y'all got this. What the hell was that? You know, like it's a little bit like 87 missed that block. I caught myself like on when the punt got blocked. I caught myself being like, oh man. Because it was like, was he ready? But in the NFL, I'm like, bruh.
But can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
We know the big thing with NFL is the compensation. That no longer is the disparity when we talking collegiately. And that was part of why that has been the sentiment. Man, that quarterback is making more. It makes. You feel me? Like,
true.
When we started to look at it, and I know that was part of my issue with it, because now when I watch, I'm like, I do still expect a certain level of, because you're getting compensated now.
Well, this is where it gets tricky. I agree with you. They are getting compensated now, so the expectation
and not just compensated. It's nice compensation.
No, I agree.
Extremely nice.
A child star that is 5 years old that is making millions is still not expected to act like an adult, because they're still a child star. And I think
some of these kids just as old.
I agree with you, but I don't think that the meticulousness that is spent is the same as the NFL. Like, I feel like the NFL is going through it tooth and nail repeatedly, every hour, every day.
Yes.
Nothing else. This is the lifestyle. This is the moment. Coaches included. I feel like in college they do, but I just feel like there's always holes.
It's not the same level. Yeah, it's not the same level.
That's why Indiana is so impressive to me, because I feel like they're looking at all this team. Like, if you look at that team, you could, if somebody said spot out the weakness, you'd go, well, let me think about it for a minute. Well, and that's rare. But I feel
but it's also the maturity of the team.
I agree with that. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I also heard a press conference where on Mendoza's fourth and 5, the coach from Miami said after the game, I wish I knew that was coming. I should have called a timeout. What the fuck do you mean? That they call a timeout? Like, what do we do? Like, and so it's like, I feel like and college athletes are getting paid a ton of money. They are getting paid a ton of money. The basics, they should do correct. I agree with that. I still think, though, at some point, some of these guys are being overpaid. Some of the guys that shouldn't be making money are making money, but it's fine, whatever. And I feel like that's impacting the game, because although their expectations are rising, that doesn't mean your talent is ever going to meet that expectation.
No, and in fact, it's worse, because now, whereas in the past you weren't chasing the dollar, you were chasing development and opportunities. Now guys are chasing the money versus situations. So when they get to the league, they struggle. And it is what it is. You can't tell the person to not chase the money if that's what they, truly desire. But there are going to be, pros and cons to that. But that's why for me, though, it's just like, man, once you cross over to compensating, I have a certain expectation that comes with, if you're making $100,000 in college, man, absolutely. If you're making $50,000 in college, you dang go right. I got an expectation for you, man, because I've seen the other side of it. I experienced the other side of it firsthand. So it's like, I don't have a lot of, I guess, like sympathy for them, because it's like, man, you guys have it that much better because you have these resources around you that can really help you with recovery, can help you with preparing yourself, can help you with the resource that you need to get certain equipment that not everybody was afforded to. Heck, it used to be a time you would get in trouble for even getting $5, right? Yeah. $5, you'll be here like, bro, I'm about to get suspended again for this. Like, dang, I just wanted some nuggets from Wendy's. Like, so once again, when I'm hearing this, it's like, that kid about to go back to the car that was given to him from the university as part of the deal.
But you know what? Do you
Yeah.
think that with more
Everything has
opportunity
everything has
around
stuff like there are pros and cons to all of it, 1,000%. And that's the same thing we get at the NFL level. It's gonna be stuff that comes with it. I'm just saying, I don't feel like you can have it both ways. If you want to be viewed as an amateur, if you want to be viewed as a adolescent, if you want to be viewed as a kid, we'll stay in the kiddie lane. When you start getting these checks, these 6 figures, these 7 figures in certain cases, it's like, yo, bro, I don't want to hear none of that, man. You sign that, you know what comes with that money, man. With money comes expectations. You got to live up to it, right, wrong, and indifferent. And if you can't handle it, well, then don't step into the arena. But when you've been in that arena, you know what that feels like. You know the pressure that comes with it. And you don't get to just love the good side of it. When you make the play and everybody's cheering for you, you drive off in that fire car, you go to that apartment that's already paid for you. It's cool then. But now when you struggle, nah, man, he's a kid.
But
I ain't trying to hear none of that, man.
But again, we don't even know.
So, and that's the other part. But what we do know is this: when we hear Mark Cuban say that, man, I'm going to make sure that Indiana is compensated enough in terms of their NIL, and you're watching him on the sideline, it ain't hard to put 1 to 2. We already know what the U got in trouble for before this was even legal. So you mean to tell me now that it's legal, Carson Beck just happened to pop up down there? He just happened to pop up with the fire whip. He just happened to pop up with the beachfront with the. I'm like, okay.
But my issue is this. I think that the guys are getting compensated. No one's going to argue that the guys are getting compensated, right? No one's got it. But what about the guy that nobody knows?
This is Miami. No. But Tanisha, this is Miami. And it's like, if we're talking to SEC, a Big Ten, it's like, these aren't the MAC schools that we're trying to draw that conclusion. Even at James Madison, the lowest dude on the roster is still coming with a vehicle and still getting paid. Okay. Like, at least 20,000.
I don't.
Let's
be real here for a second.
You feel like
my association? Okay, my association is the University of Texas, right? Like that's my association. Like that's
what is Texas talking about?
Right, but my thing is, I know all of that. I know how they run the program.
Shout out the Riot Watts.
You've told me before that everybody is not. Well, I think you've said that offline. Everybody is not the University of Texas. Like, correct. Let's temper our expectations. So
but when we're talking Miami, though, like, they upped it.
And you know what? I will be honest with you. I think too, it's because I don't know. I'm a little bit. I always just falter to the side of, well, maybe not. But like, if I knew in the front of like in the NFL, if I knew, 750, bruh, throw the block. What the F? Like, but it's like I don't know.
Yeah,
so it's like
fair.
So and that's my frustration with college football. It's like if you're gonna pay them, but let everybody should know. Why is it a secret?
Because they're trying to play the game of you're an amateur, you're a kid, so you don't need this. But I'm paying this kid hefty money, and it's like, no, man, you don't get both that. I'm gonna get on my soapbox just for a second. That's the argument we would even have with actors, right? We'd be like, yo, as an NFL player, you got all our contracts, everything is out. So if we like this, don't like this, everything is just on Front Street. You could be an actor, you don't want to do this movie because they ain't paying you enough, and you're gonna hold out in the middle of production. Nobody complains. We haven't heard nobody holler about Denzel Washington, Wesley Snipes, Bruce Willis, any of these dudes, right? You think they got that type of money by just showing up and saying yes every single time? Come on now. But once again, because it's behind closed doors, it's not out in front of everyone, and that's why the athletes, we get the harshness of it. And no different when the owners are like, yo, if you just think about the pay structure and how the power dynamic works, you'd be like, yo, who in their right mind would ever point to the employees, the workers, as the issue? But that's the model, right? Because hey, this guy's behind the scenes, so if this is the front person, that's the guy that's gonna get the blunt of it. So we get it. And it's not right. It's not always fair. But when I look at the collegiate stuff, it's like, man, y'all trying to play that game with these kids, and they're not kids anymore if you're doing this. Once y'all crossed over to this, they are no longer kids, man. I get the whole age part, but they're not kids. So why are we trying to treat them like that in certain situations? But then we're going to gamble legally. We could legally went on DraftKings last night and put $1 million on Miami to win. And if Miami would have lost that day, I could go down and be like, bro, you lost me $1 million. I'm hot with you. No, that ain't to be. I'm like, yo, you can't have it both ways, man. It's either they're kids or they're pros.
Oh
The
man.
pros right now, man.
Yeah.
Pros.
I'll be honest. I go back and forth. Like you're it's funny. This is the multiple things can be true. You're 100%
absolutely.
right. And nothing you're saying is not wrong. It is 100% right. And still, because there's this level of secrecy, it's kind of like, if you ask me a specific question about a specific person, like if you said something about like an arch meaning specifically, I can give you a response. But if you just said college kids in a whole, I'm like, oh, yes, no, I don't really know. So, and then I think also, and not to knock on any of these other universities, but then also there's the Arizonas and the, Arizona States and West Virginia. I'm not like, that's not a knock at any schools. I'm just saying every school is not created equally. So
1,000%.
then it rises. It's another question because now it's like, well, this school is doing this, but you're not. And you're like, but we're like we're UConn. Like we're UConn in football, right? Because UConn's really good at other things. But we're
like UConn in women's basketball, right? Compared to UConn in football. You're like, bro, how are y'all at the same university right now? This doesn't even this is night and day. Yeah. Y'all like a mini WNBA team over here, and y'all are just like, are y'all still D1? Y'all want to go FCS for a little bit, man? Just re up. Like, it's crazy, man.
So that's what, I understand. It's chaotic. It's crazy. But hey, shout out to Indiana for winning. And what a great game. What a great representation of football and just doing the little things correct. Because sometimes we don't talk about the little things. We talk about the big things. I like the little things.
No, it matters. Like you said, man, tackling, those are fundamentals, right? Just the simple blocking, making a simple catch, like routine plays. And that's what we talk about. It's like, I mean, that was one of the things that my favorite coach would always say, man, Coach Tomlin, do the routine things routinely. You don't have to be, focusing on this extraordinary play. It's like, no, dude, if you do all this routine stuff over and over and over and over and over, eventually one of those things are going to turn into that. But you can't chase that and neglect all of this, because then none of this is ever going to give you that chance. And that's the whole argument when we talk about regular season versus postseason and Super Bowl. We will minimize regular season success for the sake of a Super Bowl argument. But it's like, man, if all you focus on is that and you neglect all of this, you never reach your goal. You will never get there. It will not happen, man. And that's just life. It's like, we can't, it's not a shortcut. Everybody wants a shortcut. You know that. How fast can we get there, man?
Yeah.
But, here we are.
Faster is not always better. I'm just saying.
Come on now. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But people swear by it, though. They swear by it.
Anyway,
it's crazy.
Anyway. It is what it is.
Shout out to them college kids, though, man. That's indeed. So Mendoza's still the guy? Mendoza taking one overall? Is that the consensus? What were we talking right there? Just based off of what you saw in the game?
Who has the pick? The Raiders?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm so weird when it comes to drafting because I don't know. I don't know yet. I might want to play a different game because my thing is I need to look at the Raiders. Like, what else do they need? They need so much stuff. They need so much. Who is even their coach?
But you need a quarterback though. You need a quarterback.
They do, but like if you could have, I get, because my question is this is what I always think about before I start thinking about the draft is if you only need a quarterback, do you go get a young guy, a fresh out of college guy, or do you go get a veteran if you only need a quarterback?
But now, are you worried about the price structure though of said veteran quarterback? Because let's see, the veteran quarterbacks last year, they got paid. Rodgers was the cheapest of the group, right? But we know Sam Darnold.
They just paid which got last year, didn't they?
Gino, but
was it
they
2
can
years?
Yeah, but I want to say they can get out or they can still move on. I want to say this year with that deal.
Okay. Well, F it. Roll the dice. Who's the coach?
Well, that's the thing. They don't have a coach right now. Yeah. Okay. Hey, look, we're going to get to them in a little bit when we start talking about job opportunities, right? Because we did have one get filled. I think it was either late last night or early this morning. We did have a new name get, taken off of the Yeah. So we'll talk about those. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, unless you want to start right there right now, we can. If you want, we can.
Yeah.
So we can talk some of
Let's
these
start.
job open. All
Listen,
right.
hey, Steelers legend. Let's start
Oh
right
my
there right
gosh.
now,
Are
please.
you
Thank you.
finished?
I need to go into my quiet voice so nobody thinks that I'm saying anything that's inappropriate because for some reason in the chat, why are y'all so triggered by me? Why can I not just have a normal conversation, have fun, and laugh? Why are y'all so triggered? Let me know in the comment section below after you hit that like button and subscribe to both of our channels. Why are you so triggered by me? Why are you so triggered? Please let me know. Hey, thank you. Next,
It's
on
the
to
new
you,
microphone.
Steelers legend.
It's the new microphone. The new microphone got these people in here all messed up, hot and bothered in the morning time. Yeah, every once in a while, y'all got to roll over and do it in the morning. All right, man. Just
please
fresh
relieve
just
that
in the
tension.
morning. Okay, just get it out yourself.
Please.
Get it out your system.
Relieve
Jeez.
it.
All right.
And everybody will appreciate it. There's nothing wrong with
Okay.
getting it quick and fast and in a hurry.
Let's go. So, updating on the jobs, right? Or excuse me, in terms of the jobs, because we know, like I said, we're in the hunt for our head coach along with some others. But as it currently stands right now, man, I'm going to read off the jobs that are open, the jobs that have been recently taken, and some of the guys that we are interviewing. Just update that list. So we know Steelers, obviously, we don't have a head guy. We're still looking. Buffalo Bills, they recently got onto the to the train of looking for head coaches as well. Baltimore Ravens are still open and available. Cleveland Browns still open and available for business. The Arizona Cardinals open, available for business, and the Las Vegas Raiders are open and available for business. Now we have currently 4 jobs that have been taken off the market. Excuse me, on that 3 jobs that have been taken off the market. We know John Harbaugh went with the Giants. That's done. We have Kevin Stefanski also going with the Atlanta Falcons. Now, I was ready. There's 4 of these guys. Excuse me on that. You have Jeff Hafley. That was the Packers defensive coordinator. He's taking the job with the Miami Dolphins now. And then you have Robert Saleh, who was the 49ers defensive coordinator. He's now taking the job with the Tennessee Titans. So
is he?
Yes. So he's going to take that job with the Titans. All right. So those are the 4 that we have confirmed right now. Now, in terms of the clients or the potential head coaches that we've interviewed, as we said last time, man, we know Brian Flores, Nate Schillhouse. That's the pass game coordinator with the Rams that everybody is loving. Chris Shula, the Rams defensive coordinator. Anthony Weaver, we've interviewed him as well. That's the Miami Dolphins defensive coordinator. Jesse Minter, the Chargers defensive coordinator. We did interview Jeff Hafley before he took the job with Miami. So at least we're in head coach world with that one as well. We've also scheduled an interview with Ejiro Evero. He's the Panthers defensive coordinator. Clay Kubiak, the 49ers offensive coordinator. Mike McCarthy, we know that's the super OG Cowboys head coach, Packers head coach, Pittsburgh guy as well. But we do have 2 guys that we have confirmed second interviews with already.
Who are they?
Brian Flores, he's already had his second interview with us. It seems to be a hot name right now. And then Anthony Weaver, the Miami Dolphins defensive coordinator. So those are the 2 thus far that we've had second interviews with. And in terms of some internal housekeeping, we know all of our coaches have been relinquished of their duties. They're able to go out there and talk to whoever. Arthur Smith, though, as we said last time, Titans and Cardinals interviewed him for the head coaching spot. But then more recently, the Chargers interviewed him for the offensive coordinator spot also. So he's also getting some buzz with that. But, and then Eric Bieniemy just took the job to be Chiefs offensive coordinator again. So we got that. Yeah. So shout out to him. And then I guess new names that been added to the available coaching market would be Sean McDermott. If we wanted to throw him in there, we haven't officially had any, interview requests or anything like that, but that's another name to put in that mix along with the Mike McDaniels of the world as well.
Okay. Interesting. I will be honest and say, I don't really care who the Steelers get at this point because I don't have any expectations. And I don't know. I guess too, we had Coach Tomlin for so long that so many things have changed. I mean, let's be real. Even people have changed. Yeah. So I don't even know.
Which many people have changed. I haven't changed. I'm the same.
Well, of course you are because you're a Steelers legend. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Stop this.
Yeah. But people have changed. I mean, technology has changed. So many things have changed in people. And I don't even know. The game has changed. I mean, defense now can barely even tackle people at this point. It's like they want points and they want a lot of points. So I don't even know. I mean, what is the Steelers' philosophy? I think that's the biggest thing is like, what are we? And I don't know that answer. So because I don't know that answer, I don't even know where they want to go or how they want to move. I don't even know. I feel like I'm lost. Like I don't even know what angle they're taking or what they like. So I don't even know. I don't even know.
No, trust me. Everything you're saying is spot on because there are so many unknowns just because of how much change has taken place since the last time we've done this. But I think the cool part is also when we kind of zoom out and look at it from more of a historical standpoint, they do kind of give you a direction, or at least for me, when I'm hedging a bet or hedging which way I want to start going, at least this is what I'm doing internally. Man, the past 3 head coaches they've hired have been 34 years old, have been defensive coordinators, had never had head coaching experience. Bill Cowher, Chuck Noll, Mike Tomlin. So when I look at this list and I'm like, it's heavy on the defensive coordinator side. It's heavy on youth as well. In my mind, I'm looking that way. And that was part of why when I saw Brian Flores get the second interview and then they scheduled Anthony Weaver, I'm like, okay, I see a lot of similarities there with, the previous 3 that we just talked about, just in terms of younger, defensive minded, guy that does feel like he can command the room. But I think the interesting part with Flores is he has prior head coach experience and he was also in the building for a season prior to this all going down. So that still kind of like throws a little bit of a wrench into it for me. But I'm just looking and I'm like, I feel like they still kind of want to go defense or they're still leaning that. I gotta check. I want to say
it's kind of funny. Shout out to Google. That was available when Coach
44
Tomlin
years old, man. Heck yeah.
So
but the iPhone was just available when Coach T started coaching as well. All right, just first iPhone like ever. You be like, bro, whoa.
I love that. Yeah. Also, chat. For those of you that are here live, you're not the problem. I'm not. You're not the people I trigger. So just so you know, it's the playbackers.
In fact, they like when you do that voice. They get them going. Makes them listen real hard. I'll tell you that.
They need to go do some cold showers. So my gut, and take it for what it is. I feel like Brian Flores is the guy. But I feel like they're trying to just do their due diligence and see because I also think you run into this thing, right? Where it's like, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The difference between Brian Flores and Coach Tomlin, even visually, is there's not much difference. The philosophies probably aren't much different as far as like defensive minded coaching. And so I'm just calling it. I'm just saying the obvious. I'm just stating the silent part out loud. And so I'm just saying.
Why are you this?
Because I can't help it. Okay. Listen, sometimes it gets me into trouble.
Visually.
Okay? Like you gotta read in between the lines. You gotta fill the A gaps. Okay.
It's like, you know what?
2 guys in 1 hole. You gotta fill the A gaps. You gotta pick up what I'm putting down. Stay with me. So I'm just saying. So there's a part of this where it's like, where it's like, okay, so we're going to go from this guy to this guy. Okay. Then what does that even mean? Yeah. But at the same time, I think that continuation of that might be a good thing. It's like, I don't even really know because there's so many. And then the other thing is, okay, so if we hire him as our head coach or a defensive minded guy as our head coach, do we still get a DC and an OC, or is that guy going to be the guy? Like, it's like, there's so many like moving parts and
which do you prefer though? Do you have like a hard preference either way with that?
Yeah, I think it's funny. I don't want my DC to call his defense while he's the head coach. I like my OC in the NFL calling the offensive plays and still having kind of somebody there with them. And mainly because I think the defense I just feel like it helps when you can have so many more people around kind of seeing a lot of different things. But I feel like my offense, I like them to get a feel for the game. I like them to be able to feel it. And I feel like as a coach, sometimes you can kind of feel it as they're moving down the field, like you're kind of a part of it. But I'm not opposed to either one. But that's just like my thoughts. But it's funny though, because in college, I want a game manager. In college, I want my head coach to do nothing. but be a head
Hmm.
coach and go manage the
Okay.
athletes. Coach Sark, go
Hmm.
get an OC, please, and thank you. So
Hmm.
in college, my viewpoint is a little bit different, but I think in the NFL, I like it when my coach is like involved and in it.
Okay. I
But
could dig that. I could
just
dig
my
that.
preference.
Yeah. I guess for me, man, I've seen both work. Both work. I've seen the head guy call it, and it's fire. I've seen them delegate with coordinators and it be fire. I think that if you're going to take the delegation route, you just really got to trust those guys.
Mhm.
That's part of the knock on Coach Tomlin. It depends on how you want to look at it, right? Some people look at that as a knock on him. I don't look at it as a knock, but they say, the coaching tree part, right? Man, if you don't have enough high level guys around you, then, what's that doing in terms of your staff, in terms of the development of them? To me, though, it's like, man, I think if you're great at something and you believe, what you're capable of, you can put these guys in position that aren't the most proven, and they do exactly what you just said. Man, give me some extra eyes. I
Mhm.
got this, but give me some extra eyes. Give me, hey, another person checking this data can help as well. I'm still the main chef in here, but another person, another set could also help. I'm open to that. Absolutely am. But I also, like, when I think of Sark, it's like, man, Sark, how many people you think can call a nicer offense than you can call right now? And
Don't get me
that's
started.
it. But I'm just saying, like, for me, that's my issue. You know what I mean? And if you're the head guy, and that's the other part, when you're the head guy, you are at the head of the ship. So when it crashes, the same way when people would talk about this defense at times, it reverts back to the boss man. When they would talk bad about the offense, even though we would talk about the coordinators, it's going to revert back to who? Man, who brought in Matt Canada? Right? Who was the green light for that? So
Yeah.
that's the other side of it. And I think that every coach is different with that. The same way every person is different. Some people are cool with, man, I'll fall on the sword for my brother right here.
Mhm.
Others are like, absolutely not. You tripped out. That was on you. Don't you put that on me. And everybody, and both sides can be right. So it's like, it just depends on what you look at, though, man. I get it, though. I definitely get it. Because, yeah.
And I think it depends on what you need, too. Because I think, like, when I look at the AFC North, because for me, I feel like you build your team to win your division. And once you feel like your team is good enough to win your division, then you kind of start thinking outwardly. At least that's how I look at it.
I wonder why we have to win the division first. Why does winning the division matter? If all we care about is winning the Super Bowl, if you don't win in the postseason, none of this matters. So who cares what win? You should build a team to just beat the best NFC team. That's what you should be focused on, because the Super Bowl. You don't play AFC in the Super Bowl.
That's not.
Yeah.
So being that's our thing. I feel like when I look at, and well, again, now obviously the Browns and the Ravens now don't have coaches, so it's a little bit different. But I think historically, it's like we didn't have Lamar Jackson, we didn't have Joe Burrow. We had to beat their best, and the way that you do that is our defense. And so it was like we were like the inverse of them in a way. And so I'm just looking at our division and I'm like, what is our division calling for right now? But it's weird again because they don't have coaches either.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are we doing? I mean, and then the only team that does have a coach is the Cincinnati Bengals. And we all know that they've completely spent so much money on that offense that we're all kind of wondering, like, are they even going to ever have a defense at this point? Are they even going to get an offensive line? Like, what are they doing?
I think the interesting part is this: when you're saying, where does this division go? I just look at big picture of the NFL. Everybody complains about scoring. They want more scoring. Heck, Tanisha, you've been on the offense multiple times, and this was the best offense we've had since 2020. And it's like, no, it's not good enough. Not good. And it's like, everybody just wants scoring. So because of that, that is why the league as a whole is shifting to that. And that's why people looked at Coach Tomlin as archaic, because his style was such an inverse to everyone else's, not even in the division, just league wide. So my bigger question is more so, are we going to start zigging with everyone else when in the past, in the history of it, we've zagged when everybody gets zigged?
What is that saying?
Right. We focus on running the football, playing defense. We focus on creating turnovers. Other teams focus on, man, we're trying to outscore you. We're trying to put 30 up. That's never been under Coach Tomlin. That's not outside of that killer bee window. You weren't hearing a ton of we trying to score 30 a game. It was, man, we got this hard-nosed defense is going to get turnovers. And even during that killer bee era, it was still, man, heavy pressure, heavy turnovers. Like, that's the mindset. So I just don't know if we want to continue down that path, or are we going to shift? Because when you bring in younger offensive innovative minds, the feel of your team shifts to that. Your team feels like your head coach. We know this. If your head coach has this identity and this is how he communicates it top down, that's how we're gonna feel. So are we open to that feel as Pittsburgh people? You know, I think those are real questions. Like, hey,
I don't think we know.
Man, this is exciting though.
Yeah, no, I don't think we know. I think that's $1 million question. And I think that's why I'm just kind of like, I am more fascinated the way that I look at life, actually. I always tell people, I say certain things and I do certain things because I want to hear how people think. I don't care if you agree with me. It doesn't matter to me. But I want to hear how you think and how you get to your solution so that I can at least say, okay, I understood that thought process. That made sense to me. I don't agree with you, but I understood how you got there. This hire is going to help me understand what the Rooneys are thinking. And I want that because I want to know where they see this, where they want to see this go. Because who they decide to hire is going to tell us how they see this going. And so for me, what do I want? I mean, sure, give me an offensive guy so I don't complain about the offense. But does that mean every week I come up and complain about the defense, right? Like, is that the trade-off? I don't really know. So that's why I don't really have a preference. I just want them to win football games. I'm team Steelers. So whatever that looks like, I'm a team. If you go get me a special teams guy, don't do this, but whatever. If you go get me a special teams guy and it just comes out that he's just fantastic and he hires well. I mean, because look at.
Then you be John Harbaugh. That's what we calling you. You turn it
That's
what
I'm saying. So it's just kind of like, for me, this says more about how the Rooneys see the Steelers, the path they want to take. Because what I do know about them, they're not hiring somebody because they want him to be here for a few years. They are hiring somebody they want to invest in and they want to trust and they want to respect and they want that guy to build. I want to know what type of guy is that for them. What does that look like? Because they didn't reach out to me to have an interview. So it's going to be a guy. So that could come on, Steelers legend. Where is my, like, you're supposed to be like making inroads for me, being like,
no.
That knows a girl.
Listen, Tadisha. when my guy walked away, I walked away with them 193 wins. You feel me? Because that was the thing. I just kept laughing at it. It was like, man, this is the most patient job. Oh man, there's no pressure. I'm like, you do realize this man accumulated 193 wins, a Super Bowl, multiple postseason victories, 8 AFC North titles during this process. It's like, bro. That is so even when I hear you say like, man, I just want to win there, I'll be over here triggered because not you, but when people act like I'm like, bro, show me 193 wins in the past 19 years at any of these other organizations with one single man, all right? And then we can start the conversation, all right? But just So whoever can get me close to like getting down that path, I'm all for it. But I don't have the biggest, level of optimism that is going to occur because that is rare. It's like, that is the dude's averaging 10 wins a season. It's like I get the whole never below 500. They make it like it's 8-8 for 20 years. It's like, bro, the dude was winning 10 plus. Like that's a lot of games to win. That's a lot of winning, man. Well, so good. Yeah, good luck.
But I think the problem is that when people get so bored with success, it's like this in real life. I mean, we're like this as people, right? We think we make more money, so now we spend more money. We think because we're this, now we do this, and it's like, no. Sometimes you just keep it and you hold on to it, and
it's okay.
And you build your account, and you have money on reserves, and but like people don't live like that, It's like I have this now, I need this. It's like you don't always have to be in a growth mindset. There's a time and there's a place, and sometimes consistency wins the day, but not a lot of people think like that because they want the next thing and the next thing. And it's like, sometimes you just got to sit in it and be happy.
It's the goal rush, man.
Yeah. So, and it's tricky. And again, I get it. I get like that sometimes. Listen, I've gotten plenty of bonuses before and I'm like, you know what? Screw those goals. Like, let me just I get it. But at the same time,
y'all heard that flex right there because she a doctor.
Plenty of
bonuses.
Do we want to?
Plenty
I know
of 'em.
you're not. I know you don't.
All right, chill.
With your
I'm with
black
you. I'm with you.
shirt.
I'm with you. Don't do that. I'm with you.
Okay,
I'm with you.
Steelers legend. All right, Steelers legend.
I'm with you.
Listening
I'm
on
with
my
you.
screen.
I'm
I
with
can't. I
you,
can
man.
barely see your face where your
It's like
necklace
the
is
filter. It's the
glistening.
filter. It's the filter.
Yeah,
Mhm.
look at that necklace. What is
Yeah,
that? A whistle? What is
it's
that
the
on those
app.
necklaces?
It's the app. It's whatever
What is
this
that on
app
those
is.
necklaces?
It
Just
just
show us.
it's
Just
just
show
the
us
app,
what it is.
man. I don't know what
Just
to
show us your necklace. What is
talk
that
about your
pendant?
necklace. All right, I don't know what you're talking about,
What is
man.
that
We're just
pendant?
here. We're just
I
here.
just see
Okay,
it
guys.
shining off
Are
the
we finished? Are you finished? Or are you done? Are you finished? Are
You
you
know, I do
okay?
remember one time on the show you told a story about your rookie season. Was it your rookie season when you said the jeweler was there
Are you done?
and
Are
you were
you done?
anxious?
Are you
What was
finished?
that story you told on live that one
I don't
time?
even remember.
I
I
don't have
can't even
any
remember anymore.
experiences
Now that
being
you
on
talk
my
about, I don't even
NFL team
remember.
where the
I
jeweler,
just,
the team
you
jeweler.
know, I don't even remember anything that you're
I don't have
talking
that
about.
experience.
Okay,
I
that
don't have
was,
that experience. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? I mean, you
Mm,
have pendants. I mean, have you?
I
Chat.
have
Do y'all see his
pendants.
necklace?
Are you
Look at his
done?
neck.
Why are you
Look at
being like
his
this?
neck.
Don't be like this,
And then
yo.
he got his
Don't.
glasses on today.
I
I
was
know
talking.
that's right.
Look. I was trying to twin like you because you got a necklace and you got your glasses on, you got your earrings in. So I was trying to twin like you. I was trying to twin like that's because you don't have the filter that I have. Okay, I found it on YouTube and it was like make it shiny. All right, and it was like this cool little like
Listen,
QR HTTP, and it was like all right, it popped up. All right, so that's why it rotates on occasion. Okay,
keep
Mhm.
shining, Steelers legend. Keep shining.
So, sounds good. I'll be lowercase legend then, okay? If I'll be legend, just lowercase my legend then. All right, yeah. Capitalize
You
everybody.
you don't know why I'm talking like this, then you missed the introduction.
Oh, they weren't here for the intro.
You miss it. This is how the Steelers legend talked to us at the beginning of the show on the sponsor. Shout out to DraftKings because that is why I will now talk like this. And maybe that way too, people will be like, "Can you guys stop laughing? Can you guys stop laughing?
Y'all laugh too much. Y'all are having way too much fun. What's going on here, guys?
Right. Something has to be going on because they're laughing way too much.
Like, y'all have way too much fun. Way too much fun.
Like, stop having fun. Okay. This man has on glasses. His neck is shining brighter than my entire block. Okay. He's a Steelers legend. Okay. He played in the NFL. 16.5 sacks. This is the time in the show where I have to say, if you have 0.5 sacks in the NFL ever, let me know in the comment section below. I've been looking for this person for a long time. So let me know in the comment section below if that is you. And until then, we will just watch Steelers legend Arthur Moat shining, glistening. Look at that neck. Oh my god.
Are you finished? Are you done?
That neck.
Look, are you done? Because we
want to be a member.
Important stuff to talk.
If you want to be a member, we can see his legs.
But if you join Tanisha's membership, you'll like it better. All right, guys. So I promise you'll like hers way more than you like mine. All right. Hey, and if you know, you know. About a week ago, okay. All right. About a week ago,
somebody messaged me and was
56.
like, Moats was right. They're like, Moats was right. Yeah. I was like, and I think I responded back, okay, first of all, screw Moats. And second of all, leave me alone. So I actually did say that.
Yeah. When I seen it, I said, hold on now. I know this face. I said, hold on. Is that a boo? Oh, 59. Boo. Oh, 58. Wow. I said, I know her. I started telling people, hey, I know this one. I know. Watch 45. Don't miss 45, boy. 45. 37. Definitely 22. All right. 22 for sure.
That is hilarious. That is funny. That's funny too. The funny thing is like there's a section of photos. I will never publicly state where it is.
Yeah.
There's a run of 10 photos that are like my favorites. And I lined them all up together in the countdown. And so it's so funny because every time I watch it, I know when they're coming and I'll just sit there and I'm like, I can't wait. So it's kind of like when you do your draft.
It is.
I can't lie. It's those moments where you say to yourself, oh, this is the one. Yep.
So like I say, guys, don't miss her when she go live. All right, when she be dropping these lives, man, start the fit 0, 0, 0 on the clock is my only rule. Okay, don't miss it, not a second. Okay, Thank
And
you,
don't
lady.
be saying Moats was right. Moats is right. Because I will say screw Moats publicly, and I'll say it to your comment when you send it to me. Okay. So that way when you screenshot it, and if it ever goes public anywhere, everybody will go, well, she says that live. So she's saying it to
she
his
did
face.
say
She's
that.
not
She
just
does say
saying it
this.
behind
Yes.
the scenes.
Yes. She's very consistent with that. She's very consistent. Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm the same person, no matter where I'm at. This is what you're going to get with me. So, anyway, shout out to you, Steelers legend. What else we got?
Are you finished? Okay, so the other thing that I did just start to get curious about, and I figured this would be fun because we do got some different perceptions and perspectives on this name, man. But we get it, right? Steelers need a coach, and unfortunately, we're not the only one that needs a coach, right? There happens to be this thing called supply and demand, and with some new jobs becoming open, it just had people, having a conversation about where do we rank this Steelers job opening, right? The Steelers head coaching job. Do we like that job better than a Buffalo Bills job? Do we like that job better than a Cleveland Browns job? Is this job better than the Arizona Cardinals job, right? And it could be in however way we want to view it, whether we're talking from a pressure standpoint, whether we're talking from a roster standpoint, the ability to grow standpoint. Maybe you feel like, man, the organization having more stability is better than an organization having a 2-time MVP, right? All these different things, but however you view it, just want to have that conversation, man, because I know how I see it as, the former player. And when I look at certain things, it's like, man, that's appealing. That's not appealing. This could really work. That could not work. But I know my mindset is going to be a little bit different than maybe yours. So I figure, we can have that convo if that's all right with you. Okay.
I love it. Well, listen, Steelers legend, that is totally fine with me. So it's interesting to me because Josh Allen himself is appealing. Period. Full stop. He's appealing. Mm-hmm. I don't care what anybody has to say. He's appealing. I don't know if that division is appealing. And I'm only saying that because you have the Patriots, you have the Jets, you have the Dolphins, and I don't really know what you're going to get there. That division's just always been weird to me. Mm-hmm. And so when I'm looking from a coaching perspective, I'm like, would I want to walk in somewhere and have Josh Allen? Absolutely. Like, sign me up for that. Yeah. And at the same time, there's other factors where I'm like, do I really want to deal with this? So I don't really know. So that's how I feel about the Buffalo job, because the Buffalo job is weird to me because they're a weird team to me. They're just weird. I feel like for the past really 3 seasons, they haven't built around Josh Allen. I feel like they've always just been like, Josh got us. Mm-hmm. Have you seen this guy? Like, he's got us. And because I make a joke and I'm like, if you take Josh Allen and plug him on the Steelers, problem solved. But I don't think that the Bills have built around him properly. And so for me, it's kind of like, but I don't know. Is that an ownership problem? Was that the coach? I don't really know. So that's why for me, I'm like, I don't know what to do with the Bills job. Let me just say that. I just don't know what to do with this. I think I would love to play with that guy, but I just don't know what that is. So it's kind of weird to me. I think that, in my opinion, the most interesting job to me is actually the Baltimore Ravens job. And I think it's because I think that they have drafted very well. Yeah. And I think that they have a lot. Like, I think if somebody could come in and get the best out of the talent they have drafted on that defense, I think you can fix the offense. And it's not necessarily like, because Lamar Jackson is the best quarterback ever. It's not that. It's just, I think that they have so many of the right things. And I feel like it's an easier fix. I think we had this conversation where we said the difference between Cleveland and the Ravens. I think organizationally, the Ravens are ran a little bit better. So that makes it a little bit easier. But I'm going to say this, and I can't believe I'm going to say this out loud. That Cleveland job is sneaky. Sneaky. Like, if you were to pin me down and say, no, you have to pick a job right now, I would whisper, give me the Cleveland Browns job right now. Give it to me. Give me that job right now. Right now. Defense, solid. You have draft picks. You have money. All you need is a quarterback. You can see if Shador can figure out some things. You can, if Deshaun Watson, I don't even know what he's doing, but if you just need to write that off, let's just buy him another year, whatever, cool. Give me the Cleveland Browns job right now.
Hey, what about Dylan Gabriel? He don't get no love?
No, I'm
Dylan
good.
Gabriel too.
No, I'm good. Give me the Cleveland Browns job. That is my unpopular, probably opinion right now. And I know coaches are passing off on that job and they're kind of like, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. It's because the way the organization is ran. I think that job is a really good job. And I hope that a good coach doesn't get that job. That's how
I can
feel.
dig that.
The other ones, I'm just kind of like, eh.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I feel.
I can dig that. Trust me. I'm in a similar space. I actually prefer the Bills job a little bit more just because I look at the roster and I say, you are a wide receiver. You need a wide receiver. That changes that dynamic a lot because you still feel good about a lot of the young core pieces on defense. So as long as you got your quarterback, which we know at this level, man, the quarterback matters the most. Unless you're a savant, you got to have the quarterback. So I look at that and it's appealing. I look at Baltimore, I'm like, God dang, that's appealing too. But with Baltimore, I am a little bit uneasy though, because just like, man, is Lamar going to still be there?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that could get weird. Even listening to how the owner was speaking on this, like, all right,
that either.
Yeah. So I don't want to just jump to that. And now I go into a situation where now I don't have my quarterback. That's not appealing because now we've seen how hard it is to win when you don't have the guy at quarterback. We've experienced it. We've won games and we still are like, no, it ain't enough. All right. We know what that is. So I just think that that's a tough ask when you're new to the scene as well. Whereas when you look at Buffalo, Josh is going to be there. You feel confident in that. You feel confident you should be able to get a wide receiver. I don't care if your first 3 draft picks, it's like, bro, you're getting wide receivers. Like that can't continue to be an issue, which has been. Sound like we're talking about the Steelers at sometimes. It's like, hey, bro, how we still talking about wide receiver, man? Yeah, I still don't get that one. But I look at that part. Now, the Cleveland job is nice. When you talk about that young core, that defense, even the pay structure, I feel great with Myles Garrett in terms of his production. It's not like when we're talking about even with my dog TJ, right? And I love TJ. I love how he plays. But we know this year was a down year for him. Mm-hmm. So if you're a new coach coming in, the conversation is going to be, do you believe TJ Watt gets back to form or do you move on from TJ Watt? Right.
Yep.
Whereas with Myles Garrett, that's not the conversation. You're going to be walking into a room saying, this is the reigning defensive player of the year 2 times now. Way different feel. And I also look at the pressure of, man,
exactly.
If you come to Pittsburgh, you have to win within the first 3 years. If you're in Baltimore, the first 3 years, heck, maybe the first 2 years, Buffalo, it's like, man, the past 5 playoff exits have come down to 1 play drop here, questionable call here, wide right field goal here, 13 seconds here, and we're going to point to Mahomes for 3 of them. Mm-hmm. And it's like, yo.
Yeah.
That's a different level of urgency in terms of coming in right now. So the Cleveland job, when we look at it full spectrum, it's like, yeah, that is very appealing. But when I just think of, man, who gives me the best chance to actually like cook and win, and I got everything I need, I look at Buffalo and it's like, man, I think you got a lot on the table for me.
I think too, it depends on what you want. Right? Mm-hmm. Do you want the instant, I need to go into a place where I feel like it's ready made and I just need to add, I need to go to a place where the cake is already done. I just need to add some icing. Mm-hmm. Or do you want to go to a place where the cake hasn't been baked, but you might have all the ingredients and you have everything to continue to get ingredients? Then you go to the Browns. And like I said, I cannot believe I'm saying that out loud. I think that job is so appealing for a guy that wants to step in and I don't want to say grind it out, but maybe grind it out, because let's be honest, how many games did they win this year? 2, 4?
Yeah, not enough.
I mean, even next year, if you won 5 games, everyone would be like, it's okay, it's the Browns. We're getting better. I saw us getting better. That's like, I'm sorry, give me that. Like, give me that.
I love the analogy you brought in right there with the cake. It's like there is a difference between the finished product. Can you do the nice designs on it versus, bro, we got eggs, we got sugar, we got flour. All right, we got some batter over here. We don't know how to make it all look nice and pretty. Can you make one of them triple decker with the people on top doing the cool little? If you can do that, so yeah, that's real.
So, but yeah, and like I said, it just depends on what you like. It depends on your preference. Because I am it's same with like house flipping, right? Do you want the ugliest house on the block and you're going to flip it and make it look the best? Or do you just want the house that's already done and you'll do a couple of things on the inside? Like, what do you prefer? Give me that challenge. Give me the lowest expectations, because I'm going to exceed those expectations. Give me that. Give me that right now. Like,
Ooh. So let me play devil's advocate there. So you don't believe that you're good enough to walk into a Buffalo and take them over the top, though? If you truly feel like you're that good, if you're good enough to cook in Cleveland, why can't you go ahead and finish that product and finish that one over there in Baltimore either?
Because sometimes in life, it's about putting yourself in the right position.
Okay.
I can't let my ego make my decision for me. I got to put myself in the right position. And sometimes in the right position, you need time. And I think that too many times, because the society we live in, everybody wants it right now. And right now, it has to be this. And I want to lose weight right now. And I want to do it right now. I did 2 workouts. Where's my 6-pack?
Yeah.
I think that in the Cleveland Browns job is going to take some time. It's going to take somebody that can really go in there and mold it. I want you to give me that time because everybody else has sucked before me. It's just a little bit easier. Give me the layup. Why would I have to go make a 3 if I could go make a layup?
But I thought we like to throw the ball over the middle of the field. That's a way higher level throw. It's a way higher level risk, but we got high risk, high reward. We don't want the check down. We don't want to do the routine. We want to, throw it down the field.
And maybe that's why I liked Coach Tomlin, because it's like, give me the slow roll. Give me the I need to focus on the details. Give me the I need to focus on building my team. Don't give me the thing that's already made. Because now I'm supposed to go to the Super Bowl at this point, because that's all Josh Allen needs at this point, right? Is the Super Bowl.
That's literally it. It's like, you've had everything.
All you need is a Super Bowl. So no, start me with, hey, get us 5 wins. Because it's an easier, and the thing I always tell people, if you under promise and over deliver, everyone's going to think you're amazing 10 out of 10 times.
But you become a legend if you Muhammad Ali, man.
You can
Conor McGregor, man. Come on, man. Here's
actually a good question. Would you be more of a legend if you took Josh Allen to the Super Bowl, or would you be more of a legend if you took the Cleveland Browns to a Super Bowl?
I think both are equally as impressive, because for Buffalo, and I think for Buffalo, it's not just taking it, you'd have to win it. Because for Buffalo, you think of the history of it, though.
Expectations, because they always lose in the Super Bowl.
Exactly. But if you're Cleveland, it's like, well, you've never won anything. So does making it there, does that really count that much more? It just depends on what you're looking for. And that's what I'm saying. Like, are you trying to just like, all right, it's like, I'm super confident, but I'm not that confident? Or are you really confident? I look at it like, man, if you're really confident, you feel like I can not only take Josh to the Super Bowl, we're going to win the Super Bowl. But I think you got that same level of confidence if you're looking at that Cleveland situation. You're like, man, I know I can make this thing work too. But I do agree, though, with what you're saying in terms of the timetable of it. If you are a person that, and I mean, it's a big picture convo, right? When we're talking about just how intentional you want to be versus how quickly we can escalate this thing,
right?
Because both sides do have a merit. Both sides do have a valid point in this thing where, yes, being intentional, being meticulous, taking our time and looking over every single detail to get this thing exactly how we want it. So we know every intimate thing that we need to know about it. And that's the whole Coach Tomlin mindset, right? So I got the pulse on every single person, anything I need to motivate this, that I'm going to get the most out of this grape, right? But we know at the same time, man, sometimes the grape's a little limited.
Right.
So I'm just like, I see that side of it. But then the other side is like, man, we don't have to wait like this. When I look at the Rams saying, I'm going to go buy me a Jalen Ramsey, I'm going to go buy a Von Miller, I'm going to go buy a Odell Beckham Jr., I'm going to go buy a Matthew Stafford, I'm going to go buy all these people. We're going to go run it at the table, 2 years hard at it. And then after that, cool, we in the Super Bowl. We win one. And then it's like, all right, they had their little reset, right? Couple years. Now they back in the convo again. But it's just a different approach. That didn't take long. That wasn't this overly meticulous, grind to this thing. So I think both sides can work, but I think you have to be all in on it. And I don't know. I just think we're going to play the half and half game a little bit.
So, an interesting tidbit of this, because I think it's important when we have NFL conversations, is looking at the cap space. And right now the Bills are not, I think they're going to be over the cap space. So they've already got a cut. The Bills do. But if I look at the Browns, I'm wondering what their cap space look like, because I think also too, those draft picks they have, they could maybe turn that into something. They could maybe turn that into a player. I just think they have more assets, but who knows? But that's why this is a fun conversation. Because like who
Absolutely.
knows? Like who knows?
Absolutely.
Neither one of them have a coach.
Yeah. And
Neither
the
one of them
other
have a
part
coach,
is,
and we don't know who the hell the Browns quarterback even is.
yeah. And even when we talk the whole draft concept, it's like in the offseason, the draft picks sound as if they're the lucky golden ticket. And how many times do we look and we say, man, no offense to Caleb Johnson, but Caleb Johnson was a draft pick and we hardly used him this year. But if we were talking about, that draft pick and the slot of that pick and the expectations and all this other stuff 6 months prior to us drafting him, it's a way different feel. So that's why I don't really get caught up in that draft, because it's like, man, we really don't know what any of these dudes going to do. Like, we're going to hype them up. We're going to look at it. And I'm with you on
the draft picks and give them away, like the Rams did. Because that's what I'm saying.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm saying using them as leverage and saying, listen, we got a first and a third. Give me Max Crosby.
Picks.
Yeah, give me Max Crosby. You want this first or you want this third? Like, what do you want? Like, that's all I'm saying. You can use those draft picks as currency. And
now I'm with you on that. Heck yeah.
So yeah. But I agree with you. Sometimes there's the only guaranteed thing really is what you've seen players do. And let's be real, even they're not even guaranteed.
Yeah.
So
we see it. And we also see with this salary cap, man, I swear they pick and choose when they want it. Oh, we can't get this done. And then all of a sudden they pop up. You're like, bro, when you start, I'll never forget when they started doing those imaginary voided year contracts. I'm like, bro,
oh my gosh,
how the heck did y'all just come with a 5-year but 4 of the years were voided, but the difference is 100? I'm like, yo,
remember
this is crazy. Yeah.
Who was the guy in at the Saints that had like that crazy contract? They're like, but really he's only making $1 or whatever it was.
It was something like cheap. Yep. But it was worded like this. And I'm like, oh, so y'all playing games. That's what this is. Y'all playing it on face.
Game.
Yep.
Yeah. Y'all playing a different
Y'all playing it on face.
Yeah. That's what I always say. There's a difference between wealthy people and the things that they can do and the things that I understand. And that's just what it is. Like, we're not the same. And I'm aware that we are not the same. So, I don't know. It's a weird game. It is a weird game. Very weird game.
But I like it though. So Cleveland definitely is up there though as a whole. I think we both on the same page with that. Yeah. Cleveland is definitely one of them jobs. It'd be interesting to see though, man. Because like you said, even which direction they go. Are they going to try to go offense, defense? Are we offense, defense? All of these teams.
Well, am I right in seeing a report where it was like a lot of coaches have been declining that interview?
Yeah, I think Mike McDaniel was one that I saw link into the whole Cleveland part. But other than that,
I think
it hasn't been a ton.
Too. Yeah, the Rams coach declined.
The Rams coach declined it.
Yeah. So, and I get it because organizationally you're kind of looking, you're like, what are they doing up there? It's something in the water, obviously.
Well, and if you don't trust your owner or ownership, then there's always going to be an issue there because you got to be on the same page. If your owner is on a 2-year time frame and you're on a 5-year time frame, we're not working the same, right? Or if the owner is expecting this style of play, but you're giving them this style, that's not going to work. And if that's the guy that ultimately signs the check, you want to be in lockstep with that gentleman more so than anybody else. And not everybody is open to that with Cleveland right now. I can definitely see that. And I think that is the kind of dark horse part to the Steelers thing that makes them a little bit more appealing. It's like, man, we know the Rooneys are relationship people. The Rooneys are patient. They're intentional. They're methodical with this thing. And they're not going to just allow media or outside people to influence their timeline, their urgency. And I think that that's something that if you're a potentially first-time head coach, you might want to consider looking into because, man, how quickly the NFL moves on from people, man.
That's true. Well, okay, so now that we're talking about this, I would love to know, just from your perspective as a player, in this, so go back to college.
Oh, okay.
Your college season has finished. College season is over. You now have goals to be in the NFL. It is the month of January.
Yeah.
What are you currently doing? What are you focused on? What is your mindset? How do you get ready to be in the NFL? And by the way, everyone listening, we're doing this until we get to the draft because we're going to experience this. Actually, even after the draft, like before the first game, like we're going to experience this like through your mindset.
Let's do it.
What is it like in January? When what are you doing? What are you focused on? What are you thinking about?
Yeah. So you're one of two things. If you're a guy that is gonna be at your school, doing the regular training part, you stay in there, nothing really changes for you. If you're a guy that feels like, man, I got a legit chance to do the league thing and you wanna, go all in on it, then you take my approach. I was living in New Jersey this time. If we go back to me being a senior in college, I had left early my senior year. So as soon as the season ended, I was in New Jersey training at a spot called Test Sports, where it's designed to just prepare you for the combine process. Or at that time, I hadn't even had my combine invite. I was a late invite guy. So I'm preparing for Texas versus the Nation All-Star game that I had an invite to that was going to be, I think it was in February-ish time frame. So I'm training 40-yard dash, different, workouts and lifts, but more so I'm getting educated on how to play linebacker. So I chose this facility because they have not just, the nutritionists, the strength coaches, the speed coaches, former Olympians there, but they also have former NFL linebackers and coaches that are actually going to take me through watching film, going to communicate with me the correct ways to step, what I'm looking at. And I was going to be there with other linebackers, from guys from Penn State, guys from Missouri, guys from Rutgers, guys from all over. So it's like, man, that's where I was at during this time of year. And it's fun, but it's also a little bit nerve wracking. You got your agent. Back then you were finally able to actually receive NIL money, right? You was actually able to receive compensation to get a car. So I remember that was my first time having a nice car I'm driving around in, had a department that was taken care of, because all of that is based on, man, we believe that you're going to make it to the league and you're a guy that want to invest in your training. So that's what I did literally all of January, all of February, up until the combine. Yeah, when the combine happened, that was, when I actually got to go back home. Prior to that, though, you're at a training facility, and that's going to be any of these kids that are taking it serious. They're going to be in a Jersey, a Florida, a Texas, a California. It's a spot, I want to say, in Vegas. We all got these main hot spots, these hubs for pre-draft training that everybody goes to.
Is it 24? Is it like I'm going to say like a job, but is it like you have to show up at a certain time, or do they tell you what's available and then you decide what you want to show up to?
So
how do you structure your schedule?
Yeah. So with these, man, it's who you are, who your agent is, because it costs. Everything costs. You're not getting a la carte if you're a guy that they're looking at as a priority free agent, or a guy that they don't think is going to get drafted, or a guy that they don't think is going to make it. You're just there to, I guess, participate. You know what I mean? You getting it out the mud, but you paying for it yourself. For guys like me, man, we ain't got that money like that. Not back then, because NIL, remember? So for me to go train there, it's like, man, you got to take care of my room, my board, my transportation. Man, you got to take care of everything. I want nutrition. I want, the full workout. And I would see times where, I'll be in there every single day, and it's like, why isn't such here? And they're like, yo, he don't, he's Mondays and Fridays. But why ain't he's on these days? Like, nah, he's here this and that day. But then when I would see, okay, when I got my NFL combine invite, and it's like, dang, they don't have that. When I got my All-Star game invite, and it's like, dang, they don't have that. It's like, okay, you start to see those things. So so it is levels with that, and also to the facilities that you go to. It's like, man, I went to the spot in Jersey, and it's, like I said, one of the top spots, but shoot, you go to a spot in Texas, it's like, man, that's going to be another 30 grand on top of that I'm already over here. And it's like, but you might be down there with Michael Johnson, right? I'm up here with Otto Bolton. Shout out to Otto, you know what I mean? But it's like Michael Johnson, you know what I mean?
No, that's fair.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, so in that space, that's, part of what comes with it. But your agent, and this is the relationship that you have to have with your agent, and it is scary because you're trying to trust the person that you just met literally a month ago when you were speed dating 30, 40 other agents telling you that, you're going top fish, you're going this, I can get you this. And it's like, So it feels chaotic, but at the same time, it is super fun because it is literally a job now. All you do is wake up, and I'm preparing for football. I'm nutritionist. I'm getting stretched. Man, we're watching film. Oh man, all right, I got to go do, the sauna. Okay, I got to go this. Oh, now we're gonna go work and do field drills. It's like not going to class anymore. That felt weird, but it felt cool, and it really did prepare me for when I got to OTAs, right? Because you fast forward 5-6 months later in May, you're at your facility. you're in
Yeah.
those rooms. You're going through that say, and literally my
So
schedule,
yeah.
yeah, but my schedule from training was like almost identical to when I got there in May in Buffalo, and that part made it a lot easier for me to just adjust to it.
That's fair. Listen,
Mhm,
I Josiah Williams just said it, but like you had me
mhm.
at I'm getting stretched because like, and I'm not even saying this on no like whatever. Like one of the things that professional athletes get that I don't think anybody realizes how amazing it is. And I know it's going to sound all kinds of crazy because I'm saying it. And I'm a woman. How dare I? Having somebody that knows what they're doing that can actually stretch out your body though and
Yeah.
get you ready to perform and play your sport and the
Mhm,
agility and the even when I mean even if you just go to an NFL game and you just watch how there's like a person that is there that
mhm.
is rotating their hips and pulling them
Yeah.
and moving them and taking the bands and
Mhm.
stretching them out, like there is nothing better
Yeah.
than that. I messed up one time. I got a sports massage.
It's real.
I was like, "Oh
It's
my god!"
real, bro.
Like,
I'm
how
telling
come
you,
nobody
like,
told me? Oh my! If you've never gotten a sports massage,
yes.
I'm telling you, once you do, you will hear me say this again, and
Yeah.
you'll be like, "Nah, she was right. They need to stretch
Yep.
me out." Like,
That's one of the things that I will say, like, I enjoyed the most when I got from JMU and I got pro, and it was like,
ugh,
"Oh, these are, like, the resources that really come with this thing. This is how you're
my
supposed
body
to
feels better
feel."
hearing
I
that.
was just like, "Oh my god," like, I will never forget some of those first times having somebody stretch like you said, because you can stretch yourself.
It's
It
not the
is
same.
way, way, way different. You get off that thing, you like, bro, who want what? I'm Gumby.
And intentional.
Like,
And, like, my favorite
yeah.
is the one where they, like, can take your
Mhm,
leg and almost push your hip in
mhm.
so that you're actually stretching what you're supposed to stretch,
Yes.
and it's like, you can't do that on your own. You
Yeah.
can't hold your hip and lift your leg, it just can't happen,
Yeah.
and so having somebody else physically stretch you, I'm sorry,
Mhm.
nothing beats it. I don't
Yeah.
care what anybody has to say about anything. I'm being
Yeah.
dead serious
Look, look,
right
look.
now.
Hey, yes, the conversation sounds wild as heck. Okay,
It
we
does
get it.
sound wild, but we don't
But
mean
for
it.
sure,
Like,
but for sure, we strongly recommend it. Okay, yeah,
seriously, go get
stretching and
that
getting
foot
massages,
massage.
I swear by, man. I swear,
Yeah,
like
I agree.
that part of training, I did enjoy, man.
Yeah. But and I think it's a testament to how much the body needs
Oh yeah,
because that like and if you go to any pro sporting
mhm,
event in any way shape or form, you're going to see it. Guys
yeah,
are literally they're going to search themselves and then
yeah,
there's always somebody usually kind of walking around kind of being
mhm,
oh you want me to do the thing. Okay, you want
yeah.
me to okay, you like,
Injuries
let's
matter,
get it.
like, but when we think about it, like when people talk about professional athletes' bodies, it's no different than a high level Ferrari, Lamborghini, whatever
Mhm.
on a racetrack. Though it's like, man, that car isn't just going out there 0 to 100 with no warm up, no, hey, get the tires hot, man, and let the engine run for a little bit. It's like it's the same thing with the athletes. So that's why, and you see, man, when guys don't do it and the injuries happen, and that guy pulls up, and why it takes so long for them to
Correct.
recover.
Yeah.
And once you start getting those injuries, now you start to lose some of that elasticity. And that's why when you come back, you're not as fast, you're not as agile. And if you don't focus on your stretching again, now, which what was 100% mobility, now it's 90%. Then you get injured again, 80%, and so forth and so forth. Why you still got younger dudes coming in who are bigger, stronger, faster. And that's the name of the game. But that's
No
why we say you
injuries.
can't cheat it. You can't cheat it. I mean,
Yeah.
you hear it, James Harrison put me onto it, right? Before we heard about LeBron spending how much he spends, James Harrison was my guy that I remember watching, and they said he spends $300,000 in, resources for his body. And then I get to Pittsburgh and I'm like, bro, what are you spending it on though? And then I look and it's like, oh, so you got the acupuncture. Oh, you
Maintenance.
got the masseuse. Oh, you got the car. So you got a whole staff of just medical. Got you. So then you figure out your own. It's like, okay, well, this is an investment. I
Need
get
that
you, but
too.
because it's going to help you play longer. Otherwise, you're by year 4, your body's breaking down, man.
Yeah.
Like it
It
hurts.
it does
Yeah,
hurt, and, it's funny, I tore up my knee. I tore up my knee, and
Mm.
I played volleyball, whatever, but I tore up my
Yeah.
knee after college, and I was a grown woman,
Mm.
and I went to a physical therapist because it was like, I need to get my full range of motion back, and she was
Yeah.
so tough on me. She was so hard, like,
Mm.
I could not stand her, but the way that she trained, she was very hard on you for the hour for 50
Yeah.
minutes, but the last 10, she stretched you. And so
Mm.
it was like all of that frustrate like the moment where you're like, I can't do it. She
Yeah.
was like, another one. you can, you know, and all of that. But when she stretched me, I didn't care what she had said to me for that 15 minutes
We're
because
good.
I was
We're
like, okay.
good.
I mean, and she would just get in there, you know, and it was my knee. So she was rolling out my calves and she was rubbing my Achilles. I mean, she had my hamstring, like she was going in on my hamstrings because that's what it takes. And then she'd flip me over and she would get on my quads. And it was in that moment. And I was grown by then. I think I don't even know how old I was. I was grown. But I remember thinking, oh my gosh, this is what I've been missing. Like, man. I missed it. Like, and the way that she would get in my hamstrings, and I'm like, I remember one time I was like, it's my knee. She was like, you gotta trust me.
All of it. Yep.
Yeah. She was like, you gotta trust me. And then and then the last 2 minutes, every time she would get beside me and just go in on my hips. And she would just be like, you need it. You need it. And so I went from going to her one time a week, cussing her out every day. I started going 3 times a week, didn't care. And when it was time to pay, I was like, how much of my insurance cut? Okay, cool. I got the rest. Like, don't even worry about it. Like, that changed my life forever.
No, facts, man.
And yeah, I mean, I don't know. So I can't talk about that enough. And I know it's weird that we're up here talking about stretching and being stretched out, but like, seriously, it is life-changing, even as a normal person. It is life-changing.
Talk your talk, man. Talk your talk. Let's go.
Anyway.
Hey. And shout out to you. She said, yeah, I did the knee as an adult. Lord, when I tell you that is my biggest fear, I do not want to get hurt as an adult right now. When I was playing, it was different. All right. You playing the game, cool. You got the resources. All right, man. As an adult, bro, I do not want to get injured in any capacity, man. I stretch. I warm up.
It's all you. Yeah, it's all you. And here I was like, you know, I'm going to go play volleyball. And I was playing fours, which is really hard to play in volleyball, but I was playing fours. I mean, and it was the best time ever. And I was still playing with some of my college teammates. It was so much fun. And then when I hurt my knee, I remember being like, what the heck is that? Like, I got to get up. I have to drive myself. I have to get started. I have to warm up. And it's different. But man, I found that physical therapy. If I could think of her name right now, I mean, she changed my life, but I'm telling you, I cussed her out for 50 minutes every time. She did not care how I felt.
That's real.
But but it was worth it for those hip stretches. I'm telling you, man, I still remember she would get in there and I was like, yes, this is worth it.
Let's go.
Sign me up. Shout out to physical therapists too. Because I think sometimes they don't get what they deserve. Physical therapists can change your life. They can change your body. They can change how you feel. Shout out to them. Even the hard ones, even the tough ones. I respect them all the same.
Shout out. Let's go. And you have me over here. I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to ever have to see another one.
Yeah,
me. If I don't ever see another one, it's a great day. All right.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah. But if you have to, get in there and make it happen, because and let them go in. Oh, got the hamstring. Even saying that, my hamstrings I can feel them loosening. The way, because you know, when you hurt yourself on one side of your body, you start to count on the other side, and so you become imbalanced. And so she was I hurt my left leg. She was rubbing out my right leg. And it just changed my whole life because I'm like, this was hurting. It was hurting. Everything was hurting. And she was like, it's because you're like trying not to hurt the side that's already hurt. So anyways, nobody cares about this, but I'm just going down memory lane because I'm feeling good. Like, I remember what it felt
like. And the beauty is this, the beauty? It's people that can relate to it. They can watch this or play back. They be like, you know what, man? I know that feeling. Yeah, I can remember that. So hey, that means we're all human. All right. Yeah. We're all human.
See, we're all human. Some of us are Steelers legends and have 16.5 sacks in the NFL,
and others have PhDs and are referred to as Dr. T. Okay.
Can I just say something? I love when you randomly just pop up on my feed, and I like whenever you're doing like a random show, and then I secretly watch it. I'm like, oh, I'm not telling him I'm gonna watch this, and then I watch it, and then I listen, and I'm like, oh, stealing that, oh, taking that too.
Funny, man.
I'm a researcher. My YouTube knows me. I'm a researcher. It knows what I want. Send me all of the things so that I can use them, because now you are definitely a Steelers legend. I love that.
You are funny. I'm like, yo, I'm like, what is she talking about? So I'm like, that day gonna interview. Because I remember laughing, so he said, I'm like, really? That's what she gonna go for?
It's like I randomly, like, when you don't, I think people think I lie when I'm like, no, I actually pay attention to things. I'm like, no, I'm paying attention.
Sure
like,
said
just
that.
Because just because I don't say something doesn't mean I'm not paying attention. I'm very aware of what's going on. But
shout out to my guys though. Like I said, shout out to the Hopies over there, man. All right. They're my guys. My guys over there.
Yeah. It was fun. It was fun. So,
Mhm.
anyways, yeah. So that's all I have. And I want it's interesting too to hear your perspective as a player, your mindset, because as a fan, at this point, we're either pissed or
Yeah.
we're watching the playoffs right now, figuring out what our teams don't have or how we can get
Mhm.
better. And because that's where we live. We live in the place
Yeah.
of like, we don't get to see the guys. We don't even know who's going to be our
Yeah.
guys. So let's just harp on what we don't have right now. And let's just
Yeah.
whine about that. So,
Yeah.
and
It's
let's be
time to start
frustrated that,
for.
yeah, and let's be frustrated that CJ Stroud decided to throw a pick six to the Patriots and not the Steelers. But whatever.
Hey, look, we were asking for too much. Okay. We were in the giving mood that night. We weren't trying to receive that. All right. Yeah, so we gave the pick sixes away. So shout out to us. All right. Shout out to us. Yep. There we go.
I
Yep.
love that. I love that. Well done. Well done, sir. Well
There we
done.
go.
You're not only a
There we go.
Steelers legend, you are smart. You are so
All right.
smart. Oh my gosh. you're so
It's because I hang around a person with a
Nope.
PhD. Okay.
Absolutely not.
We've already told you this, man. All right. I get smarter every time we have conversations, every time we
Why?
email, every time we stream. It's like,
He's
I just
lying.
feel a little bit smarter today. Just a little bit smarter. So I appreciate you. All right. I appreciate you. Let's get it.
I love it.
Trying
I
to think,
love
man. Where we at now? What we got? What we got? Anything on the back end of this thing, man?
No, just I'm excited for what is to come because this is still football. It's just a different side of football that we're not used
Mhm.
to, but it's still just as exciting because even when we get a coach, there's going to be even more questions and answers.
Oh, absolutely.
Which is fantastic. And it's the off season. And I said during the season, remember I was like, enjoy the season, enjoy these games, enjoy this moment, enjoy the losing, enjoy the winning, enjoy all of it. Because as soon as it's over, you don't
It's
have that
over.
anymore. And now
Mhm.
we don't have that anymore. So now we're back to, all right, who are we gonna get to coach? Who's gonna be like that's just where we're at.
And
And
look,
I'm going to enjoy it.
it is fun too because you can't even complain about a coach because we don't have a coach right now.
I don't even have one.
I love that part. I love the fact that we don't have to hear about that. It's like, yo, it's nothing to complain about right now because we don't have a coach. Okay. We can't say what we're doing because we don't have any direction right now. We're just running in circles, chasing our tails. And that's fine. It's fine. Let's just stay here until we get some direction. Then we'll know which way to go. Okay.
I love that. By the way, can we just say shout out to David because I think David put this last
You got it.
week,
You click it. Did you get
the game week. Hold on. It's this is the last message. Hold on, let me see. This one. Moats and Dr. T. This Saturday is me and my teammates floorball tournament, which means it's game week for me. So shout out to you, David. Also, I saw that I think you put this in there last week, and I forgot to mention it out loud verbally. So congratulations on game week. And I hope that you win. Okay. We need a win right now. All right, David. So it's on you to get us that win. Okay.
And how, before we get up out of it, how can he get us the win? Where's the sticky note? What does he need to do? What are the things?
Oh gosh, the sticky.
You know what you need. Tell him what he needs.
You need to be consistent. Okay. You need to be competitive. You need to make sure that you headboard them.
There it is.
You need to make sure that you smash them. And I don't know what sport this is. He said Special Olympics. What sport? How do you play floorball? Tell me the rules. Like not tell me the rules, but like tell me like how do you win? Is it points? I'm assuming you like score points somehow because you need to have more points than them, David.
You know, come on now.
You have more points than them, David. Listen, we don't call them.
So floorball is a fast-paced indoor team sport similar to hockey, but played on a hard court with lightweight sticks and a perforated plastic ball, featuring 5 players and a goalie per side, emphasizing skill, strategy, and teamwork with minimum equipment, making it accessible and popular globally. It's known for its quick transitions, developing agility, coordination, and quick decision-making with rules adapted from bandy and ice hockey. Floorball.
Ooh, I love that. David.
There it is.
Okay. Consistent. Okay. Competitive. Smash them. We need all the headboarding. Next week, I need you to come back and I need you to report that you headboarded them because that's what we need. Headboarding, smashing, all of it over and over. Toes up, stop at the store, get the pill, get everything you need.
No leaky D. No leaky
No
D.
that we don't need that, David. Okay. So you go in there and you execute. Okay. We're counting on you to execute. You got this. I know that you got this.
You see
I'm
it?
just telling you what we need from you.
Tanisha,
David.
where's your game face at? We talking about get your game face on, man. Come on now. We talking about hairboard and all this. I'm getting my game. Yeah. They shot me at the I was ready, man.
I love it. I love it. So report back to us, David. And thank you for telling us, because like I said, I think you put it last week and I totally I saw it. I never said it. So yes, let's make it happen, David. Let us know.
There it is. I like that right there. I like it. Well, shoot, man. Cool. I don't have anything on this show. I'm in vacay mode. All right. Like I said, it's a new world order, ladies and gents. NWO. We are in a new world right now. We're gonna see who takes the helm. But until then, man, we just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Heck yeah.
Somebody said in the comment section, cheat if you can, David.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying. All right.
Do what you got. Do what you can, David.
What would Belichick do? Okay. When in doubt, what would Belichick do? Okay.
I love that.
If this is the line right here, okay? That's the line, David. Right here.
Do what you gotta do. Okay. You know what to do. Just do what you gotta do. So my final words, honestly, is that I am honored that I get to do a show with a Steelers legend. Because doing a show with the Steelers legend makes my whole day. It might make my entire week, because you are absolutely phenomenal. Your professionalism, the way that you just read off all of those things about the game, the sport, the new sport, the way that you show up with your chains with the black and it's popping with the red. I love that. Great color combination. The glasses really set off the outfit. I really feel like every time we do this Steelers legend, I get so much better and so much improved that I need to step my own game up, because you are fantastic. You are absolutely fantastic. So my closing thoughts are: shout out to you and your fantasticness, and shout out to every single thing that you bring to the table, because you just set it off. Without you, there is no show. Without you, you would not be here. You are fantastic and phenomenal. So thank you so much.
I'm glad that those were your final words, Doctor. Okay. I really appreciate that, Doctor. Okay. Dr. Tanisha, Mrs. PhD. Okay. I appreciate all of those encouraging, inspiring words from you, Doctor. Okay. Because we will all agree with this one thing. We all know that feeling of anxiety, those feelings of feeling insecure, those feelings of, not having the most confident when you got a doctor's appointment. And there's no better feeling than when that doctor gives you that, hey, you're actually all right, man. You're doing good. It's only a doctor can do that. It's kind of like having a mom. All right. It's like a mom. It's like a head coach. It's like when Coach Tomlin would pat me on the back. That's the same feeling that I get hearing Tanisha compliment my outfit, compliment my glasses. All right. It just feels, because it's coming from a doctor, not anybody else, a doctor. So I appreciate you, Doctor. Okay. Doc knows best. So shout out to you. Shout out to everybody that's in the comment section. If y'all liked it, like both videos, like both streams, like both, subscribe to both channels, notification bell on both as well, but especially on the doctor side. Okay. Because we all need that vote of confidence. We all need to feel that reassurance. Okay. Because I get nervous when I go to the doctor too, just like everybody is. I got doc, But okay. You see, every once in a while, the doctor don't bite. Every once in a while, the doctor is actually nice. Okay, guys? So shout out to having a doctor in your lives. Okay? Shout out to having a doctor. But with that being the case, we do appreciate y'all. Y'all stay safe, stay warm. And until next time, baby. Peace.
Bye.